our trip to the Starnbergersee. We get out of our bed, get dressed, or there's our dressers. We got ready in our bathroom, and now Neva is going to lock the door to the patio.
I haven't checked the keys. I didn't know what you wanted me.
Now Neva is locking the door to the outside patio. A quick view of our living room. And the door to our little backyard garden area. And this, of course, is the couch where I sleep at night when I wake up too early. And here are the TV and the stand. Going into the hallway. The view in our little backyard garden area. And the neighbors have some pretty flowers. And if you look way up high in the building behind us, you can see that they've got plants out on their balcony. Now we're going to leave our apartment. We go to the front door, and I have to pull the door shut. Our neighbor's door, Neva at the front door. And we're going to walk out, and we're going to go to the right. And we'll go up this little path between our building and the next. Into the nice little garden area in between the buildings around us. And there's a view towards our building. Then we'll turn right on this path and go through the arch up ahead of us. And now we'll turn left shortly. And now we'll turn right and go to the path that leads to our S-Bahn station. And now we're going to turn left down this rather long path to the S-Bahn station. And the path has two sides, one for pedestrians and one for bikes. And we'll pick this up when we get close, and one for the doggy. And we're going to walk for about 2 or 3 more minutes until we get down towards the station. We're going to go past that big building that you can see in the distance. We're going past the Deutsche Bahn building and some apartments along the way. A bunny just crossed our path, and I can see him in the tall grass, but there he is. And you can see some of the wildflowers that have been planted or grown along the path. We're still walking along our path, and there are outlets from this path into the area of our apartment. And you can see we're getting closer to the tall building that's kind of a key for us when we're going this direction. All right, we're getting pretty close to the big tall building, which is still under construction, and it's tied to a Holiday Inn Express, which is the slightly shorter building. We don't know if this is going to be part of the hotel or offices or apartments. And around the construction areas, they build these little bridges for cables to go over the sidewalk. And I think these buildings just ahead of us are just temporary offices and workstations for the workers that are working on that tall building. We can now hear the trains pulling into our train station, which is the Hirschgarten stop for the trains. And we're just 3 stops away from the Hauptbahnhof, which is in the main train station for the city. And just a couple of stops on past it in the same direction is the Mariannplatz with all the nice shopping and eating places. And we're going to go under this bridge, and then we're going to go up some stairs, and that will put us on the street level right next to our train station. You can see all the bicycles. A lot of the Germans ride bicycles to the train station and then take the train station on to work or whatever they're doing. And here are the stairs that lead up to street level by our train station. At the top of our stairs, you can see off in the distance the Frauenkirche downtown. You can see a lot of the train tracks, and you can see a place called Backstage, which we think is a place where they hold concerts. The first day we got here, there was a big long line going to it, and the curved building we think is maybe a DHL distribution, and right across from us you can see the Holiday Inn Express and the other big buildings around here. Now we're going to go up the sidewalk onto this bridge, and this leads directly to our train station that we take almost every day. We either take it east or west, depending on whether we're going away or towards the city. Today we're going away from the city towards Starnberg, Germany, which sits on the Starnbergersee, which is a beautiful lake with the mountains in the background. Now we are approaching the stairs which will lead down to the platform for our train station, where we shall pick up a train going away from the city towards Starnberg, Germany, and the Starnbergersee. And you can see trains coming in and out. They come by at this time of day every minute to 2 or 3 minutes. On weekends, they might not be coming for 20 minutes to a half an hour. This train is going to Hersching, and it's the S8. We think we're taking the S6. Here's the view from the platform of our train station towards that big building we walked past. And Neva and I are walking this direction to look at the listing of trains coming in and leaving. And there's a train just arriving. And here is a listing of the trains that are coming. Ours is the S6 towards Tutzing, which will be here in 5 minutes. Here is a train pulling into our station. This one is going in the direction of the downtown. And here is the map of the Schnellbahn network. And we're going to be going from the Hirschgarten down this path towards Tutzing. And our stop will be the Starnberg stop. A lot of the time, a train will have the destination at the end of its line, and so you have to know what city is at the end of the line on which you want to take.
The Starnbergersee runs pretty far south.
In our case, we're taking the train that's going to Tutzing, and so that's what we look for on the train. It says it's going to Tutzing, then we know that it will also go past the Starnberg. And here comes our train coming into our little train station. And on the front, you may be able to read S6 to Tutzing. We'll wait for a door near us when it stops. The little circle lights up and you press it, and then the doors open. We'll go in here. We'll go in and sit down. Here. There. Here's a little view inside our train car. And now we're taking off. And this is a little bit of what it looks like as we're going down the train tracks. And there's a passing train. We've stopped at the stop to the west of ours called Lime. And now we're departing for the next stop. We're approaching the stop at the town called Pasing. And this is sort of a central station where there are a lot of connections. That's a Mercedes building and the little smart car. When we get to Pasing, we'll be seeing the Pasing Arkaden, which Neva says is one of her favorite malls of all time. And it doesn't look that impressive from the outside, but from the inside it's just beautiful, fairly new, and it's got about 150 stores.
Nächster Halt, Pasing. Umstieg zum regionalen Fernverkehr. Bitte rechts aussteigen.
Next stop, Pasing. Change here for regional and long-distance services. Please exit the train on the right.
here is the bzrncz. It's just a beautiful mall inside. And there are actually two buildings to it. One is on the other side of a street and it has a pass over and a pass under to get to the other side. So this is the end of the segment on our departure from our apartment and the Hirschgarten stop.